pushed the wrong button. What's up, everybody? My name's Fortifire. I'm a retro variety streamer. Play a bunch of games from the 70s all the way to now, always on True Hardware. Right now, we are checking out some games, right? I don't know what we're gonna do. There's a poll up. I started late. There's only one person who voted. It's you, Sanzo, which is extra gay. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, if we're playing Hudson, we got a little administrative stuff that we need to do. I believe you were here the other day where we ran into the potential for what's called an RPG stop. We are currently in one. The question was, what was going to be the active RPG if it happened? So the active RPG, because you have selected Hudson Soft, that's going to be, it's just easier to show you. You're the only one here anyway right now. So the active RPG is either Phantasy Star or Yager 55. And Old Man Sim's probably going to, he popped in, that's going to be the majority now. So what we're dealing with is Yager 5 being the active RPG, which is fine. No matter what, one of these have to be the active one. So that's going to take over for A. We're going to mark this with red. And then we're going to go to our Conquering Companies, and we're going to take all this and we're going to throw it away. Too late, Zordon! You done goofed! Alright, project status. Hudson. I know I have one for Hudson. Yeah, there we go. You're too late! You got diddled. You didn't get diddled, I'm sorry. I'll leave your butthole out of this. You remember we did the picker wheel, right? And the picker wheel landed on Fort's Choice. I chose like 5 different companies I've been excited to check out. Atlas, Capcom, Lucasfilm, stuff like that. And Lucasfilm was selected. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the admin side of things for that. See what we're going to play for this, and maybe have a little bit of fun. I know there's a lot of point and clicks. There's some really good games from Lucasfilms. What the fuck? Chill out. Let's see. Lucasfilms Moby games. Now some of these I've already beaten some Lucasfilms games. We're gonna have a lot of Star Wars. That's really the big reason I wanted to get into this. I've always wanted to play Star Wars games, and I've suffered not playing them. So yeah. Anyway, we start out with 1983. We have Star Wars. All these games need to be centered like this. Star Wars on the arcade, which I'm pretty sure I played before. It's a very hard game to play because it's vector art and a control yoke, if I remember right. So Star Wars, I have not played. This is 1983. It's on the arcade, Atari 2600. This is the... Yeah, I don't think I've ever played this one. So, and the reason being is because it's Atari. So what did LucasArts have to do with this? Okay. Oh, I bet Atari carried a really nasty fucking license. I'll tell you what we're going to do is I'm going to put this over here so I can edit this. And y'all can see the games that we're going to be messing with. It'll be easier that way. Alright, so we have the arcade game. Obviously came first. Arcade was Atari. Are there any versions that aren't Atari? Atari for days. I don't think for Atari we've made it far enough to play Star Wars. Because I played Frenzy, I played Yar's Revenge, Scrapyard Dog, that's funny. Ninja Golf. Yeah, so we're not there yet. So that's actually going to be a CV violation. A CV for Atari Inc. Which kind of sucks, because that's going to be basically that is the first Street Fighter, first Star Wars game, and I can't play it. Star Wars licenses. Let's see. I played Empire Strikes Back. That's true. Which was one of their checkered flag. How far down the road is Street? Why do I keep saying Street Fighter? Fuck off. Okay, this was 1983. 1983. Hold on. It's not even on here. Is it a different Atari? Is it like the Atari SA? Or is it known as a different company? Okay, so this is Atari Holdings. It's a different thing. Oh. Atari Holdings is different from Atari Inc. All right, so let's do a poll real quick. This is gonna change the rules for us. Should we isolate Atari's subsidiaries? Yes, no. Yes is gonna kind of screw us over for Atari. We'll have to go back and play a lot of early games from their Syzygy era. The problem is that Atari is such a fucked company. If we choose no, Atari Holdings will be its own thing. We haven't technically started Atari Holdings, so we could play Star Wars. That's how that would work. What's up, Michael? How are you? Make sure you vote in the poll. It's important. Technically, yes. So what you have to understand, here's what you have to understand. Atari starts as Syzygy. They start making their own games after they brand to Atari Inc. That happens until 1984. The video game market crashes. They break into 3 specific different Atari brands, right? Atari Games, which is bought by Jack Tamriel and Warner Brothers. Atari Tel, which is bought by Motorola. And then Atari, the one that we've been chasing, is what was left for Nolan Bushnell. There are 3 different brands of Atari, but they all originate from the same thing, if that makes sense. So, it's weird. It's really strange. What's up, Oni? How are you? It becomes Atari Games for like a year. It's like, if I go to the Wikipedia page for Atari, you'll see it's stupid. So Atari starts as Syzygy. They get sued for their thing, right? Become Atari Co-Limited. They make the Atari ST. Then it become Atari Games in 1985, which starts with Paperboy, right? This is so all of the home consoles went to Jack Tamriel. The PCs went to Jack Tamriel. The arcades stayed the same. So that's why we played a lot of arcade games. Then eventually Hasbro buys them. Infogrames buys them, merges them to Atari SA. And I'm not familiar with anything past past Atari SA. Apparently they're still getting moved around like the ass towels that they are, which is fine. It's whatever. Atari Inc. So yeah, we got Atari Inc. And then we have Atari Games. I chased Atari Games. This is so weird. Alright, Atari Inc. So this is my fault. So this is the subsidiary of Atari. So Atari is stupid. So we didn't really truly chase Atari. So we're gonna pretend that we've never played any Atari games, and instead say that is Atari Holdings, aka GT Limited, GT Interactive. Right, we're gonna rename you to Atari GT Era because it just makes more sense. There's like some weird IP thing that went around, so we're gonna remove that. Star Wars, that is arcade, and it is part of the Star Wars line of games, which I'm very excited to play. Then we have 1985 with 4 games. We have Ball Blazer, which was Apple II plus a few. Looks like its own thing. No, it's part of a Ball Blazer series. It means a shit ton more Pong if we were on Atari. Then we have Coronis Rift, which according to, what's his name? Jared Califf, this game sucks massive poon, so probably won't like that. Plus a few. Coronis Rift is its own game. It's a standalone. Rescue on Fractalus. Apple II. And that's good. The Eidolon. The Eidolon. That's a standalone. Commodore 64. Hell yeah, Pong rules. I love Pong. Pong is great. Alright, then we got 1986 has one game, The Labyrinth. Or just Labyrinth. Make sure I spelled that right because I'm an idiot. There we go. Labyrinth. On Commodore 64. And that's a standalone. It's a Jim Henson license. That's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, PHM Pegasus. This looks like a simulation. 1987 PHM Pegasus. Part of the Pegasus line of games. Commodore 64. Pegasus. I don't know what a Pegasus is. I know it's a horse with a, like a unicorn with a horn or something like that. Then we have Habitat. Habitat, which is Commodore 64 plus 2. It is part of the Habitat series. And that is an RPG, technically. It's a simulation game. Which sucks because this game I really look forward to playing. Maniac Mansion, which is on Apple II plus 7. There is a second Maniac game. It's called Day of the Tentacle. Maniac Mansion. Alright. Then we have 1987 Star Wars. This is the stupid one with Darth Vader being a scorpion, if I remember right. Star Wars on the NES. Star Wars licenses. Make sure we follow this. I know we're supposed to go based on film order, but if we're doing this, it doesn't matter. There's so many damn Star Wars games, it's stupid. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a ROR violation, but I will parlay the games. We're going to have a lot of point and clicks, though. That's what I was looking forward to getting to. 1988 brings us Strike Fleet, Zach McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders, Battlehawks 1942, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the action game, which I don't believe I've played, and Indiana Jones, Last Crusade, the graphic adventure. And I'll check all of these for rules of release violations whenever we get there, because we are starting kind of late today. I just kind of want to get into it. Pipe Dream, which is a phenomenal game. Their Finest Hour, The Battle of Britain. Battle of Britain. We got Willow on the arcade. We have Willow on the NES, which is an RPG. Bummer. Then we have Loom, one of my favorite games ever created. I've beaten it. I don't think we're going to play it again. Master Blazer. I absolutely adore that one. If y'all have never played Loom, I encourage you to. It is truly one of the best games ever created. Alright, so Loom starts off in 1990. Have you ever played Loom? You played Loom yet? We got Night Shift, The Secret of Monkey Island, which I've already beaten. The Secret of Monkey Island, the demo version, which we're probably not going to check out. Then we go to 1991. We have Monkey Island 2. LeChuck's Revenge, which I've already beaten. Secret weapons of the Luftwaffe. Then 2 dedicated handhelds, which we don't stream yet. But I will tell y'all, at some point I'm considering it. Then we have the true Star Wars. The one that everybody knows, with the caves and Luke Skywalker and shit. Star Wars Attack on the Death Star, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, which I've already beaten both of these, and I hate that I already have, but there was a kick where I was playing a shit ton of these. Apparently there's an action game for this too. Whack. The action game. 92 is Indiana Jones. The one with Jar Jar Binks? I've played that one. Alright, Lucas Arts Classic Adventures. That's a compilation. Secret Weapons of the Luftwaffe. It's on DOS. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Super Star Wars. Oh boy, I've never played that one. Old man's gonna have a fucking coronary. If I could do it, you can too. Fuck you. Defenders of Dynatron City. The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. We have 1993. Lucas Arts Mac CD Game Pack. And we got number 2. I believe in you. Sits there laughing the whole time. Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tentacle. Monkey Island 1 and 2. And that's about all that I'm going to track right now, because I don't even know if we're going to make it that far because of that damn RPG stop. So we might be changing a company yet again. Let's go ahead and get started though. We're gonna kick this off with Star Wars on the arcade. I don't believe I've played it anywhere else. From what I understand, 1983. This had a yoke? It does. So I don't think this is gonna play the way that we want it to. We can try, but if there's no self-centering stick on this, we're gonna have a bad time. It's not gonna work. So, like I said, we'll check it out, but I don't see it working. Well, there's 4 more after that, man. There's 4 more! We can't just yeet it off into the great expanse. There are rules to be followed, and to not follow them is a death sentence. Loom was tough. I thought it was easy. I mean, okay, granted, it was tough, but it was short. That's the problem I have with Loom. Alright, Star Wars Arcade 1983 ROM. See if we can get it to work. Okay, so apparently we can just download this. Arcade. Give me that arcade one. Download the arcade ROM. There's 3 sets. We'll take the biggest set and hope that it works. Fellas! Alright, DOS, emulators, ROMs. There we go. Mame. No mames. Alright, fingies crossed. Fingies crossed that I can play this. Failed to load content. So that means that they probably did something stupid. Yep, that's literally stupid. That is the definition of stupid. Let's zip the zip. What could possibly go wrong? Here we go. Oh wow, look at these vector graphics. Shoot the Death Star. It only says it once.
Red 5 standing by.
Okay, good news, this isn't bad. Bad news, the fucking thing's inverted. If the flight stick wasn't inverted, it wouldn't be a problem at all. Okay. Alright, controls, please. Because this game rocks, and I have a feeling we could actually enjoy this. Input. Is there a way to invert XY? There's gotta be a way, come on. Okay, hold on. Alright, how to invert x-axis in it's the x-axis, right? In RetroArch. Remap the analog stick controls. Oh, I don't want to do that. Well, that's the problem. It's already up and down, up and down.
Alright, I'm going in.
I'm gonna stop being a bitch and maybe I can just figure this out. Well, the force is drunk and backwards. Oh, God. I'm gonna die.
R2 trying to increase the power.
Luke, trust me.
Yahoo! You're all clear, kid.
What the fuck do you want me to do?
I lost R2.
Okay.
Remember, the force will be with you, always.
See, I can flip my controller up and down.
Standing by.
But now my left and right's backwards.
Get in, losers. We're seizing the means of production today.
This is really fucking cool for early 80s, though, I'll tell you that much. I've never played this in person. I've always wanted to play it.
Red 5, I'm going in.
Use the force, Luke.
Use the force. I just feel like I'm not very efficient because it's all over the place. Now, I guarantee you, on the actual joystick, it wasn't this weird.
Luke, trust me.
I'm hit, but not that. R2 see what you can do with it. Yahoo! You're all clear, kid.
What the fuck do you want me to do? You gotta tell me the controls.
Luke, trust me.
Yahoo! You're all clear, kid. R2 trying to increase the power. I lost R2.
I just don't know how to shoot the damn... I don't know how to shoot the port.
Remember, the force will be with you.
Shut the fuck up, computer
Red 5,
Obi-Wan.
standing
How to shoot exhaust port in RetroArch? in Star Wars Arcade. Alright, I'll be right back. Davina's throwing up. I can't have one fucking night where y'all don't
I've
act
played
fools.
tons of games, and the one console that I wish I'd have played more games on as a kid was the Game Boy. This was the first handheld I ever owned, and my experience as a child was very limited, maybe 10 games tops. But now, I'm an adult with adult money and the power of emulation on my side, so I can play more. Now, I want to talk about good games, but the truth is, there are some stinkers out there that need to be talked about, and that's the purpose of today's episode. 10 Game Boy games that you should avoid. Games that made me want to chew through the cartridge and swallow the save battery if it was in there. You know what I mean? That's the context of the games we'll be talking about today. Let's begin.
Attention all units, central dispatch, be advised, we have a 1075 in progress with
Konami's Double Dribble. That was a game I hated for a little while. Older basketball games really just didn't do it for me, because like 90% of them were the perspective of a group of 5 douchebags running left and right and using the power of wishful thinking to score, and that's fine. That's just me being picky for an era that I didn't live in, right? Same with hockey. It was always top down outside of a few outliers, and football for the longest time was side to side as well. That's fine. But if you take Double Dribble and put it through a meat grinder, turn that meat into a patty, dress that hamburger fully, ate it, shit it out, took your poopies and converted it to a renewable energy source and then used it to power your Game Boy through the aftermarket charger, you have Double Dribble 5 on 5. A game that I can only describe as a walking back and forth simulator. You spend most of your time dealing with the graphics while everyone stands around with one leg up like they're all from the Maasai tribe. You get the ball, throw it, and pray that it goes into the hoop. This game controls horribly, and I wanted nothing to do with it. R-Type is a great series. To me, out of all of the horizontal shooting franchises, Gradius to me at least is the best, hands down, but R-Type stood toe-to-toe with Gradius for a very long time, and I'm pretty sure it still does. After all, the most recent R-Type game was R-Type Delta HD Boosted, released last year. Might be worth looking into. But the original R-Type games, they are incredibly difficult, and when you have an incredibly difficult game, there's a very good chance that if you try to port it to a handheld console, things will inevitably go wrong. And it did. I'm about to say something incredibly controversial. In my opinion, the Commodore 64 version of R-Type 2 is eons better. The graphics are there, but the gameplay is choppy. And when you have a game where you have to rely on moving and weaving between enemy projectiles, sloppy and choppy really screws you over. Now, I do not like this, but you might. And that's okay. But for me, as a person who enjoys shooters on various platforms, Irem could have done a little bit better, or just not done it at all. You ever play Snake, Rattle, and Roll? Sure you did. It's the game by Rare where you control a snake, killing nibbly pibblies and consuming their corpses to add to your mass. So you can get on a scale at the end of the stage and see how dummy thick you are to progress the story. It's the final boss of isometric games, where jumps are subjective and death is inevitable. But did you know there was a sequel? Damn right there was. Well, kinda. This is considered a pseudo-sequel, and it's not anything like the original game. Instead, it's a 2D scrolling platformer. You can play as either Attila or Genghis if you have the link cable, and your whole job again is to eat nibbly pibblies, see how thick you are, and leave the stage. This time with time pressure and horrible controls. I'll call it how I see it. It's a desperate follow-up to a classic game from Rare. It's so repetitive, you're so slippery as a snake, and to me from beginning to the end, this was a very boring game, and it wasn't worth my time. A desperate attempt at nostalgia that ends up feeling hollow. Sneaky Snakes is a game that should have slithered back into obscurity. Oh yeah, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the game based on the movie you probably loved, where Arnold Schwarzenegger and shiny liquid metal man do their thing. The game? Not so much. This is one of those licensed games that exists purely to remind you that Hollywood and video games sometimes should never shake hands. You can either play as the Terminator or Sarah Connor, it really depends on the level, and your goal is something vaguely resembling the movie plot. Mostly you just wander through stages filled with enemies who spawn out of nowhere, bullets that ruin your day harder than a surprise STI, and controls that feel as lively as a comatose patient at brunch. But most of the time, there's oddly specific objectives that you need to do. For example, in the first stage, you have to blow up all these towers, but in the order from highest to lowest. If you do it in the wrong order, it blows up the whole stage, because why not? And guess what? Game over. Instant game over. No questions asked. It's a silly game, and in comparison to the others, of which there are tons of, this one fell short in many ways. To me, Milon's Secret Castle is one of the most cryptic games ever created. It was one of those delights from Hudson, and if you know anything about Hudson, you know they made deceptively cute games that were incredibly fucking difficult. Milon's Secret Castle, it's 100% deceptive as hell. On the surface, you're controlling a cute little guy, wandering rooms, killing monsters, and finding items hidden in blocks. On the NES, that's charming enough. It's just cryptic, a little obtuse, but still manageable to me. Now take that NES charm, zoom in about 50%, strip all of the color away, make every room look identical, crank the cryptic factor to 11, and make the music sound like someone angrily banging a xylophone with their elbows, and congratulations, you got the Game Boy version. Every hidden item becomes a guessing game, every enemy placement feels like sabotage, and the whole experience is a relentless exercise in frustration disguised as cuteness, which is 100% on brand for Hudson. It's just the way they were. Mortal Kombat's an amazing game. It's one of my favorites from my childhood. I've played it, you've watched people play it. It's a very important game to the fighting genre. And there's things in it that stood out, right? Blood spattering, fatalities that made you feel like a god of violence, and controls that were extremely tight. You could land combos, do your special moves, it was awesome. But here's the thing, if you shrank all of that down to a screen smaller than your phone's calculator, remove the blood, hack the sound into squeaky ass fart noises, and programmed every single move to feel like you're someone flailing through peanut butter mixed with sand, you get the USDA Prime bullshit game that is Mortal Kombat on the Game Boy. And I know it's unfair to compare it, right? We're obviously not going to get the same graphics, controls, music. None of that's going to translate well to anything that isn't the arcade. That's just the way that it is. But the controls in particular are just straight up dick. You could try to execute a special move. Your character will slide like 5 pixels forward like a drunk toddler on ice. The animations will confuse you because they're choppier than a blender in a hurricane, and the AI cheats so hard you think it sold its soul to fucking Satan for every combo. This is Mortal Kombat in name only. It's a portable horror show that somehow manages to feel both too slow and impossibly broken at the same time. You don't play it to have fun. I've never met anyone who did. You play it to question every life choice you've ever made, to stare at the screen and say, what the fuck is this? And to genuinely wonder if the Game Boy designers were just assholes with a sense of humor that nobody else understood. This game just barely made the grade to where it's included on this list. So before we get into it, I do want to say this is a game worth checking out for maybe like 5 minutes, because through and through, this is a direct port of the NES version that LGN published. Likely because LGN published this one too, and if you've ever played the NES version, you know the whole game is the Punisher slowly walking to the right, dealing with Fallujah levels of enemies spawning, shooting anything and everything, hoping you can get a power-up or more ammo because you need it. To me, the ultimate payback, it carries that vibe well. But at the end of the day, Operation Wolf was always a better game, and that's very much the idea that manifested this. I'd be hard-pressed to choose which version I would want to play, because they both suffer from the same issues. The only real difference is the color. The one issue I always run into is that you run out of ammo, so if you use cheat codes, this game is perfect, but without them, you're left to your own devices, and it's just not as fun. I know there's been quite a few cases of this was better on the NES examples in this video, and to me, this is another one. Batman Return of the Joker fundamentally irritated me to no end. I was stoked to check out the NES version because I love Sunsoft's Batman, a game that was incredible up until the final bosses. Tight control, slick animations, great level design. It was awesome, all the way up until the end. But Return of the Joker? No. Sure, it looked good, one of the best looking games on the NES, but it was tedious, slow, and a massive departure from what made that original game fun. The pacing just dragged along. The level design punished curiosity instead of rewarding it. Boss fights felt more like endurance tests than actual gameplay. And then, because apparently someone thought we all needed more punishment.
What's up, everybody? My name's Fortifire. I'm a retro variety streamer. Play a bunch of games from the 70s all the way to now, always on True Hardware. My daughter just puked profusely on her bed, so that's what I was doing. I'm sorry I missed y'all's raids. If you're new here, feel free to give me a follow. Absolutely free, absolutely anonymous. And if you're not watching Iron Lord, or if you're not watching Zool, even though he does, I don't think Zool streams. I think Zool just, he scums the points. But he's here, and that's all that matters. Good to see you, Zool. VW Bus Guy, what's up? Johnny, hello. How's everybody doing? Yeah, the milk she was drinking just didn't sit well with her or something. But if you hear her cry in the background, we're going to get something on the TV for her, please. And hopefully distract her for a little bit. We're checking out some LucasArts games because our active RPG is Yager 5. And that is something we're not playing today. That's Hudson Soft. All right. Back to Star Wars. What's wrong with points farming? Because it's not the way you're supposed to get it. I mean, if you're falsely rating, you could get banned on Twitch. I don't care at all. That's the thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, the joystick is not centering. That is not good. Reset, maybe? Hanoka and DOA. Whoa! Titties everywhere? Good.
The force will be with you.
Always. Here we go.
Red 5 standing by.
Okay, so why is it hard slamming to the right? What is this bullshit that's happening right now? I don't like that. Why is it doing that all of a sudden? Fucking blow me, dude. All because I went out of the screen?
Beats a Jet2 holiday.
Force will be with you. Always.
Always.
Red 5 standing
Now
by.
it's... There's physically no way for me to get over here. Okay, let's try a different version of MAME or something. But it's a issue with emulation that we're going to run into based on the fact that... okay, that one doesn't even want to work. That's fine. This is a yoke. There's nothing missing for it. Shut the fuck up. MAME 2000? Nope, we're just going to crash every single time without any indication as to what's wrong. Okay, that's going to be a technical fuck off, but I'm not going to say the game is bad. It's actually really very popular. All right, so that's Star Wars. We're doing Conquering Company, so we're gonna check out another version, assuming LucasArts had anything else to do with the other ones, which usually they did. Let's see, LucasArts. Okay, so the one on this is on Antstream. Ooh, we could play this on Antstream and GameCube because it's part of a DLC. So technically, I violated the rules doing that, but I don't really care. Oh wait, no, this isn't a company issue that we're having. Let's just play the Antstream version. It automatically logged me in. I am not logged in, and I 100% restarted the game. Okay, let's see. Play now, search Star Wars. There we go. Oh, is it gonna let me use a controller? Well, I don't have that, but okay. This is better than nothing. Alright. Okay.
The force will be with you.
Red 5 standing by.
And it's not inverted! Oh, we're gonna fuck this game up. Okay, so I'm still trash at it. That's fine. See, now I'm used to the damn inverted, so it's screwing me over. It's very slippery, isn't it?
Red 5, I'm going in.
Use the force, Luke.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Luke, trust me.
Okay, so the question is, how in the fuck do I?
Yahoo! You're all clear, kid.
I don't know how to hit the exhaust port at all. I don't. Like it said, move the cursor to the center of the screen, wait till it turns white, but it's not doing that. It's really hard to hit things.
Luke, trust me.
Aim at it? Listen.
Yahoo!
Oh hey, I did it. That's technically a win, isn't it? Wow, look at those artwork! Oh no, they built another one. I don't see any reason why this couldn't be a G tier game. Like I said, this is, hey, look at that. Fuck you!
I have you now.
Oh, is that Vader? What's he doing here?
Red 5, I'm going in.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You shoot towers sometimes too. So I guess this isn't... We technically haven't beaten the full game yet.
Not bad. I want to see what you can do with it.
So cool. Bum, ba-dum, bum. So what do I have to take out now? There wasn't an exhaust pit on the roof, was there? I've seen Star Wars. I know there wasn't. Do we have to maybe defeat Vador? Hey, it's not me making the rope jokes.
Use the force, Luke.
For what? Oh, okay. No, that's Kohark. I'm not mad about the jump ropes. Kohark is just insanely angry at the fact that you can't play hot rope jump. Oh, this is cool.
Let go, Luke.
You let go. Don't you know what I'm doing here?
You are strong, citizen.
Got it. Gurgurd. Wonder how many varieties of stages there are.
Stay in attack formation.
Oh wow. Oh shit. Chill out, bro.
I can't shake it.
No, I can't. I mean, we are, but it's not a good time. Oh my god. Stop it.
Red 5, I'm going in.
Are these the towers or more? It is, okay. Lord have mercy. You expect me to dodge the towers, Ann? Can we go through here? Yikes, sorry. I didn't know. I don't know how wide my X-Wing is.
R2 trying to increase the power. Use the force, Luke.
Use the Force, Luke. Oh, we're about to die.
I lost R2.
That's not canon. Okay. I mean,
Remember,
The Force will be with you, always.
good pride, Danny Bride.
this is an arcade game. It's gonna go on forever. There's really no beating it. But I am stoked that Antstream has the correct controls that normal people would use. Very early Star Fox, huh?
Grid 5, I'm going in.
So what do y'all think about this game? Oh shit.
R2, see what you can do with it.
I think for as significant as it is and how well it plays, being a 3D raster game and giving us this feeling that we're actually in the X-Wing, I think this is a G tier game.
Use the force, Luke.
Yeah, I've been in that before. The Star Wars drop pod, yeah, it's awesome. Ba-da-da. Bum, ba, ba,
Luke,
ba, ba.
trust me.
Oh shit, man. I don't trust you, Obi-Wan, that's the problem. What the fuck? Hello?
Yahoo! You're all clear.
Got him.
I have you now.
Well, I would have you, but the game won't let me shoot you, Darth Vader. Oh my
R2 trying
Christ.
to increase the power.
Jesus. Okay, I don't think you're supposed to make it past level 5 unless you're a gaming god. I don't want to hear shit from anybody. Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
The Force will be with you.
Hey, so wave 4 was our limit. Not bad. Very good. Solid game. Much love. Okay, so that was Star Wars. STAR right here. Star Wars, we made it to wave 4. I think there's only how many unique levels in Star Wars Arcade 1983? 3 to... Okay, so that's a win. Technically, we beat it. We made it through all 3 stages. It's just going to reset. Hell yeah. What's up, Livid? My bad. I'm going to give that a G. This is the first Star Wars game. It's really neat, really novel, really fun. I enjoyed it. That does not need to be read. And then we're going to go to the episode tracker. We're going to add that. Does anybody disagree that game shouldn't be a G tier? Because I feel it is. Star Wars. It's a G. Good, clean fun from Atari. Kind of shocking. Trying to wind down. Wired from buying my truck, so my brain is keeping me awake. What truck did you get? I'm about to get a truck too, because my oldest son is old enough to drive my oldest Civic. So I got like down to 4 different cars. I'm looking at the Colorado right now, the Chevy Colorado. Okay. Conquering companies. That's Star Wars. That's gone. So that's the same one I'm looking at too for Ford. I'm looking. Actually, no. I'm looking at for the Ranger. Big ass bitch. Big old truck. All American truck. All right. Next up is Ball Blazer. Hey, can you do what I tell you to do? Thank you. I don't need to see your stupid ad. Thank you. All right, Apple II Ball Blazer. Let's see if we have it. It's an Epix game, which means what possibly could go wrong? And to that I say fucking everything. All right, Apple II is Epix. Let's see. I don't care about print screen. Ball Blazer. I got it. I got it. Okay. Why do I have to call people? That seems kind of silly, doesn't it? Alright, let's change this out to Ball Blazer. And let's see how this plays. Alright. Fuck. Human versus Droid 1, I guess. Oh, you tell me. What did... Okay. Controls in this game are weird, aren't they? Okay, space is pause. ZXCVBP. I'm not moving at all. How do I play this game? I don't care about that shit. I just want to know how to play the fucking game! I'm dead. Alright, what abstract combination of key things do I need to do here? Ball Blazer, Apple II, manual. How does one play it? Don't care. What? Is that just the box? Give me the manual! Fuck's wrong with you? How do we not have the Apple II controls for this? At any point, does it tell you how to play it? What are the controls? Hello? Are you on fucking crack? Is this a thing? Says up top. Oh, it's the 5200. There is just a button. Yeah, but that's the 5200. I don't have the Apple II manual. I don't know what they expect me to do. Is there really not a manual for this? Okay, hold on. There it is. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. What the fuck? Oh, there he is. Alright, I can do this. That's fine. Drive rotofoil to learn thrust key. Or you can just tell me what the fuck the thrust button is! You dildo? Alright, I have pushed the thrust key. Nothing is occurring. No, I don't want to reboot. Nah, there shouldn't be anything interfering with it. Okay, Model 2E, that's fine. It's clearly recognizing the enter key. It's just being dumb. Alright, deactivates the thrust. Spacebar, by some force of nature, resets the game. That's cool. Okay, so the control stick's working now. Whatever. Alright. Let's steal the ball, brother. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Is he hitting me or am I hitting him? I'm very confused. Okay, now we're running into each other. I scored! Okay, so, yeah, I guess this is Rocket League before Rocket League was Rocket League, huh? Alright, I got the foil. I'm being knocked around by orange. Okay, there's a score thing right there. Here we go. Uh-oh, an Epic? It's Epix, not Epic. Two very different companies. You're thinking of Epic Mega Games. I mean, single player, this game has nothing to give to me. Multiplayer, this would probably be pretty fun if you can get over the fact that there's no sound effects other than pew, then I only need 2 more and then I win. Am I hitting the edge? If you're on drugs, this game would be awesome, wouldn't it? Alright, did I knock it out from him? Give me a damn ball, what are you doing? How come I don't have it? God. Jesus. So I'm assuming when I do that, I'm effectively stealing the ball. I now possess the ball. I no longer possess the ball, except I do possess the ball now. Where's the goalpost? It's to our left. I kind of screen cheated there to see where it was. There we go. I mean, we only need to score once and then we beat it. Got 51 seconds to score. Incredibly easy against the computer. For now, I'm sure it gets absolutely dickish whenever the other levels pop up. You fiend! The Jetsons car downturned. I'm pissed that I know that sound effect so well. Dude, he's really hard set on not letting me score, is he? I wish I knew how to, like, turn. I don't think I do. Two, one, win. Is he dying? That's a win. We beat the computer. All right, so that was Apple II. That is Ball Blazer. Ball Blazer. Trying to. All right, I'm going to guess that this game costs $40. If you want to do the Price is Right rules, you can. Closest without going over wins themselves 0.2 good boy points, myself included, all right? Let's see. This is a very rudimentary precursor to Rocket League. Cool stuff. What would y'all rate that? I think I'd give it an A. You know, it's very choppy. Very, very, very choppy. And I think that kind of makes it fall back a little bit more than it should, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm okay with giving it an A. Just kidding. This one. $11 and an A. Okay. Need one more person to play the game, and then we'll do it. If not, we'll just look it up. Yeah, take care. Thank you. By the way, I got a new job. Same job. I'm still a correctional officer, but I got like a little promotion. I'm the food service officer now. It's something that I wanted to do. I love working food service. Taking control of those inmates and just working with a set group of inmates. So that comes with a new shift, right? 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're still going to keep our same stream schedule for now until it starts getting in the way of my personal life and my wife complains. Then I have to change it, right? That's the way it works. That's how man math works. But as of right now, we're going to keep it the same. We're not going to move any of the days around or anything. All right, Ball Blazer, Apple II. That's the manual and the reference card. Are any of these games Ball Blazer? Can't tell. It's in 144p. Oh, it says it right there. Nope, none of those games. I think this may be a emulation by availability situation. Damn, that's crazy. All right, emulation by availability. Nobody gets any points. Can't tell. Oh, I don't cook the food. I provide security in the kitchen because there's a lot of tools that can be used to harm people or other inmates, stuff like that. All right, next up is Coronis Rift, action strategy game. I was warned about this by Jared Caleb. He said that this is not a good game. I'll be the judge of that. It's Activision. Can we play Activision games right now? I don't think we've started Activision, have we? We have not. I'm going to go ahead and add LucasArts here. Insert cells, shift down. This will be... Oh, wow. U comes after J, you fucking clown. Insert cell, shift down. Lucas Arts. Lucas Films. We can also add Atari. Atari Inc. Because that's the ones we did. Not Atari Holdings. Atari Inc. Atari Inc. Coronis Rift. That's the game we're going to play next. Let's see if it's good. Let's see if it's shit. Surely it has to be a game if it's Activision. That means nothing. This is early Activision after they broke free from Atari. I mean, look at the logo. That's interesting. All right, Coronis. Coronis Rift. Here we go. What are you doing? I don't use that emulator. Okay, I don't care. Coronis Rift. There we go. Okay, is there two different versions of this? Because I got the Mad Mechanic and First Class. Are these two? There must be two scenarios. All right. Look at that! Coronis Rift. Okay. Stay here, same rift, next rift, skip one. I don't know what that means. Nor do I have any control over a mouse. Stay here? Sure. I'll stay here. Okay, apparently that is the pause button. Space. Anal assist, must first move module to conveyor belt. Okay. Stay here, exit ship. Stay here. Oh, brother in Christ. The controls in this are very strange. Thank you. So enter pauses the button. Space changes my options. This lets me do this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Q. A. Z. Oh my God. Do I have joystick control here? I don't have any joystick control. 2, 3. Okay, 1. Enter. Why is enter the pause button? Jesus! No, don't do that. Enter. Alright, screen lock it. There's no screen lock. So, Coronis Rift. Coronis Rift Apple II manual. Jesus, it shouldn't be this hard. I just want to play the game. Manual. This is too convoluted. Look at this. KXMOXR. Those aren't even close to each other. KXM. No, once the game boots up, we do not find ourselves in a Surface Rover. We are in a store. And apparently it is joystick controlled. The game just hates me. Cool. Alright, Q. Stay here. Exit ship. Stay here. Dismantle. Stay here. So okay, this game is going at like 8 trillion frames per second too. That's not good. Input. Color TV. Authentic machine control. I hope to God it isn't. Alright, this could be a technical fuck off. That game is running in cycles that are way too long. I know we're kind of boot scooting and or boogieing down some of these games, but I want to do what I can to make some progress. Let's see, Ball Blazer was an A. We gotta make sure we add that. Alright, Coronis Rift on the Commodore 64. Can we play that? Commodore 64, yes we can. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's a little bit more accessible, because this one it's rough. Alright, seeing that I don't have it means that it probably doesn't work well. Coronis Rift Commodore 64 ROM. Commodore 64. Pay to win hentai game? Those are my favorites. I love hentai games. Okay. Thank you, Jack Alien of Remember. Run, stop, next start game. Here we go. Joystick up, down, left, right. Okay. Fire activate option. Launch spacecraft. Begin the game from inside. No, you really don't. I don't care one bit. This is just too much shit. Look at this! It's too much shit! Can I please play the game? Holy fuck. Ridiculous. Prevent laser from overheating. No. All these cheats. No. 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 I hate cracked games. They're so fucking stupid. You just want to cheat non-stop and totally not enjoy how the game was originally designed? Why? Of course I do. Hello? Just gonna speed through this. Thank you. I don't need to see all the TVs turning on, going through stars and bars, but... You know, Stop the Express is a really cool game. This, not so much. Okay. Zero animation on this page. One stay here, F1, F2, F3, F4. Has the game frozen? The game appears to have frozen. Nothing is occurring. That is a technical fuck off. Jesus Christ. Alright, so JKL Coronis Rift, it is a TFO because the cycles are off. Can't rake it because it's technical fuck off. Same with all of these. We can, however, do prices right for Apple II and Commodore 64. I'm going to guess that this costs $400. Very early LucasArts game on a system that is known to have incredibly rare games. Just because a lot of it is lost media. If anybody wants to play this. If not, we'll continue. And while we're at it, we're going to go over to the Commodore 64 version. And add that one as well. HIJK. Coronis Rift. It's another TFO. We cannot rank it. And this version, I'm going to guess, is $200. All right, so $199 and 1. Let's go for that Apple II version first to see what it is. Coronis Rift, Apple II. Okay, so it's a $16 game. Well, fuck me, it's loose. I wouldn't collect that loose, but 16 is the number. Old man wins with his $1 bet. Good job, I'm proud of you. Oh, shit. I knew it was going to be expensive, but I didn't consider that it would be loose, right? Old man now has 2 good boy points. Now let's look up the Commodore 64 version. I'll keep y'all same points. Let's see. And $9. So he gets those points yet again. Some bullshit. Alright, what's the next release for this? It is the... Fuck off with the ads, Moby Games! You're shit! I don't do Atari 8-bit. MSX. Let's see if we got it on MSX. I don't expect it to be any better. I just think it's a bad game through and through. Alright, we do have it. It is European. Let's go ahead and get into our Open MSX software. That's not a hot take at all. That's true. I mean, I don't really particularly like the first one, but it's fine. Coronis Rift. Europe. Insert ROM. Are you happy now? See by us? Yo, look at this! Look at this load screen! Holy shit! And a blue Lucasfilm logo. The other ones didn't have it. They were all orange, remember? Show me the power of the MSX home computer. That's what I'm willing to see right now. I don't know what the fire button is. F? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. QWERTY, UIOP, ASTIFAJECL, ZIV, Shift. Oh, Shift is fire? Okay. Which one is your favorite Final Fantasy? 6. Oh, okay. Am I supposed to be... Oh, fuck. What's going on here? I mean, this game is at least playable, but it's not good. What am I supposed to do? Space is still paused for whatever reason. Okay, we have tank controls. What the fuck? I'm already getting smoked. Jesus Christ. Did he die? The problem is the controls of this game are just fucked. I see no fun in this, do y'all? I'm hitting every single button to see if any controls change. They don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'm dead. I can exit the ship in my trip. Resume, exit ship, skip one. Now it's running in ultra go fuck yourself mode. No, it's not. So frame skip is F9 for anybody who's curious. Yeah, I'm not into this. Where did you learn to fly? Cybermorphs? You know, I've never played Cybermorphs. I forgot to... Alright, so that was Coronis Rift. Coronis Rift? It's an MSX game, I'm gonna guess 200. It is fucked off. I'm kind of seeing the writing on the wall that this is a very convoluted game. This is an extremely convoluted game, and I cannot figure out the controls. Controls, of which there are way too many. I'm gonna give that a D. It's too complicated. It's too above the standard, right? Yeah, the Commodore 64 version soft locked. I don't know. I think she just puked again. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a D. I'm sorry, it's not good. The controls are really complex, you know what I'm saying? Oh wait, not this one. This is MSX. I think it's a cool idea, but without reading the manual front to back 13 times, there's just no way I would... The things are spread all over the place. Cronus Rift. I'm gonna give that a D. I never understood games that have active in the middle, things on top and things on the bottom. It's just so many controls. For curiosity, let's see. Okay. Sukao. See, we have all these options, but it doesn't help us at all. And then that's our warning. Karire Waka. Yeah, there's just... It's not really... Okay, so it says shift, but shift is our fire button. It's not telling me any actual buttons to push. It's like, okay, if you choose this, then you can choose to load your game, insert whatever your second disc is. Autobuyer. Autobuyer! That's what that means. Old-fashioned auto buyer. Ponikaland. Canyon? Ponikaland? It's Pony Canyon. They couldn't say it right because they're Japanese. Okay, well, it's on the ZX Spectrum. What could possibly go wrong with that? I'm sure that I'll be able to totally control it and its weird shit. ZX Spectrum. What could possibly go wrong? We gotta play them all. It's part of the rules. We gotta play them all. So ZX Spectrum will open up 81, which is the emulator that we're gonna use. Slam this in here. Sorry, it doesn't contain... Yes, it does. You're just too stupid to read it. We got the tape, ZX80, all of them. Fuck you. Don't. Oh my god. Let's do the tape version. I know this is gonna be shit. This is gonna be shit because most games on the ZX Spectrum are shit. Poke L? What does that mean? Open tape. Install shit here. Game files. ROMs. ZX computers. Coronis Rift tape. Open. There we go. And it immediately crashes. Okay, let's play another version. This is the TZX version. And it immediately crashes. Now we have the cartridge version. Turn tape over, rewind fully, the paste the key. There it is. A key. A key. This is a technical fuck off as well. I'm not dealing with this shit. It's a technical fuck off. I can't give it a rating. Coronis Rift. HIJKL. Coronis Rift. That is a technical fuck off, so it's going to be a TFO. What in the hell? Stop. TFO. Like Realm of the Undead. Cannot rate it because we don't know. I can't get a solid ROM of this. Sorry. Okay, next up is Amstrad CPC. I don't think I'm able to play CPC games right now. Unless they're online, so let's see. CPC online. Hopefully this is it. This is... That looks like the Commodore 64 version. That's not the CPC. The CPC would look very vibrant, and yeah, it's the Commodore 64. It would say if it's on Antstream, it's not. They have to put it in releases. I don't think I have a C. We'll see if we can get CPC to emulate, but usually I'm not too lucky with it. There's also a TRS-80 Coco version. Color computer. We could play Trash 80. Where's the CPC version? There you are, right here. Yeah, remember Gregory Lost His Clock? That's a fun game we get to play with this. Alright, Caprice. Oh my god. Failed to extract the stuff. That's cool. Don't worry, I'll do it for you. Because I'm so generous. Replace this file. Hello? Just pull out the disc. Hell no, I didn't. Dude, stupid. There we go. Hear that sound? What's the fire button? I found it. It's A. Starting Rift 1, score 0. Okay. Honestly, this isn't bad if I just knew what the fuck to do. So I know we're supposed to like shoot the Hulks and like get them. But still, I don't know. Oh, I'm supposed to loot it. Okay, that makes sense. Well, now I know. I love how like you instantly shot out the periods. Like, well, that was your one job and you fucked it up. Okay, so the red thing. So how do I send out my loot bot? There's a damn guardian coming to ruin my day. One of the worst radars ever. I'm trying to, but I don't know the controls. I'm hitting literally every single button. Now there's more guardians coming out. So I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna say across the board. Oh, now it's just that this is a game that we can't play because we don't understand it. So I'm gonna take it off of the bad for MSX because it's just misunderstood. We don't understand the controls. So across the board, I'm just gonna make it a technical fuck off. That was HIJK Cronus Rift. Make it a TFO. Much like all versions of this game, I can't figure out how to use the secondary controls. It's frustrating. Because I'm pretty sure it would be like a cool game if we could figure out something about it. Alright, MSX, we're going to pull off this bad rating from this as well. And just make it a TFO. Once we can understand how to play it, maybe we can go back and be fair with it, but... And then we need to look up the price for this. Did we get prices for this? Cronus Rift on the MSX. I am going to say 200. Y'all can vote on what you want.
Bend over you must, for I must bust a nut. Ready? Okay, here we go.
Alright. Nobody's speaking up, and it doesn't matter because it looks like it is rare as fuck. So, nobody would have gotten points anyway. Don't waste your time. MSX games are incredibly hard to find. It's not shocking at all that, I mean, look at our past history with this. Emulation by availability, price, availability, price. Let's see. CPC. I'm just going to look this up too so we can move on to the next game. Oh, $133. Yeah, I'm not paying that. That's emulation by price. Okay, we got one more. It's the TRS-80 Coco. I don't remember what emulator we used for that, but I have a feeling it's going to be the same issue across the board for this game. That's gonna upset me. Alright, TRS-80. Cronus Rift. Extract here. Oh wait, there's an actual website we would go to this. TRS-80 Online Emulator. There's an actual website that we went to. I think it was XRoar. Yeah, there it is. I gotta remember that. Alright, is there a way to search? It'd be nice if I could search, thank you. Cronus. Search. Cronus Rift. Coco 3, play now. Let's see how this goes. What does OSS boot mean? Is this a multiple disc game? OS 9 level 2 version what? Lord have mercy. It's another technical fuck off. I'm not going to bother with the screen though. We're just going to go ahead and put it in. TRS-80, that was Cronus Rift. Cronus Rift. TFO. Same song, different dance. And I'm just going to look it up. eBay. Cronus Rift on the... What was that? TRS-80. Yep, it's rare. Cool beans. Reliable way to play this. Thank God that's over. That's not something. We can go ahead and take off the list though. Delete that, move it up. Next is Rescue on Fractalus. This is an action first-person game. Looks like it tried to be what they did before. And it's probably going to be the same thing. Lucky for me, it's released on every fucking computer ever. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see if Rescue on Fractalus can be played. Let's see if I even have it. It's an Apple II game. Rescue on Fractalus. There are a shit ton of things for this. Don't show me that. Just stop. Holy cow. Ah, the same guy cracked it. By Blade. Make sure we call the curse, man. He's a really cool dude. Alright, what we got? Standing by. Oh dear. We seem to have ourselves one of those fancy flight simulators that operate on seconds per frame. And somehow it's better than the other ones. Alright, so, too high, what does that mean? Too high. Well, I mean, okay, we could shoot. Oh, this is going to be rough. I'm not complaining yet. Is there a, hold on. I'm hearing beeping. I think that's like a distress beacon, isn't it? Okay, I'm not a big fan of mountains that just magically pop up like ass bandits. Is that it right there? Are we gonna rescue someone on Fractalus? Did we do it? Oh, we're landing. The fuck? Okay. Trying to help our homie over here, but there's no music or anything, which is normal. What is this? Oh, look at that! There's like a little... Alright, we're landing. Is it a friendly or a not friendly? It might not be. Let's read the manual. I have made a crippling error. All right, rescue rescue on Fractalus manual. Apple II. I'm actually curious about this one. This one might get a high grade for me. Oh my god, it's Devo. What are they doing here? Let's see. Yeah, mothership return sector if you were in trouble low. Okay. It's basically Choplifter. But the question is, like, what do I need to do? Okay, so I gotta physically turn my systems off, but this is this Apple II? I don't know. Nope, that's Atari. Oh, no, that was correct. It was just saying if you're playing Atari. Set the difficulty level, use the joystick. Yeah, we're doing that. Blip, beacon on the surface of Fractalus. Okay. Watch a long-range scanner on your instrument panel. When the pilot blip is near the bottom of the scanner, press the land L key to land the system. Press the systems. Okay. So there's more to this than meets the eye, and I'm okay with it. So far, I'm actually quite impressed by this. It's Choplifter in space. Call it what it is. Choplifter in space. We just gotta make sure we can actually use the controls that they want us to. Wow! Definitely want to start with level 1 so we can kind of get used to the game. All right. So we're hearing the blips, which means we're going the right direction. But we got to watch out for those gun encampments. Wish there was a way to increase my thrust, and I'm sure there is, but some convoluted keyboard command that I just don't want to deal with. Okay, where? I hear you, but I don't see you. Either the planet's rotating very strongly or there's something going on with the joysticks yet again. It's just a really slow game. Alright, L. They were both. Systems on, systems off. Let's do our range check. He's running to us! Is he on the ship? Fuck! So he knocked on the door. How do I open said door? See, I'm kind of stupid. Did you play this as a kid, Crow? Alright, let's land. You did? Good stuff. Alright, systems on, systems off. Pilots in range. Airlock open. Airlock closed. Systems online. And raise. Easy. Not bad. It's just a very slow game. Ooh, do I have 2 pilots here? Pretty solid game. Mothership. Alright, so we gotta go. Land. Mothership, press B, right? Here we go. Hell yeah. I like this game. It's just really slow, you know? shut the fuck up and shoot me out. Thank you. What's up, Jared?
Attention all units, Central Dispatch, be advised, we have a 1075 in progress with multiple victims. Respond to raid alarm, all units respond, code 3.
This is Live 42, retain 4, respond that raid alarm from the good Jared. Stand by. There's no way to pause this, so we're just going to keep going. My name's Fortifier. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have y'all here. I'm a retro variety streamer that plays a bunch of games from the 70s all the way to now, always on True Hardware, whenever I can. Right now we're playing The Rescue on Fractalus. This is a very early Lucasfilm game, or LucasArts if you care. And it's basically Choplifter in space. As you can see, it's very, very, very choppy. Very irritating. But I'm okay with that. Apparently, I can't hear anything. It's muted. That should not be the thing. I should be hearing blips and bloops and shit, but apparently I can't. If you're not following the good Jared, please do. Phenomenal. There it is. Phenomenal streamer. Really cool guy. I've known him for a long time. Go give him some love. The same love that he's afforded us tonight. And if you are new here, I also have a YouTube for anybody who cares. I'm a YouTube partner. That's what I do. Very quiet game. Apple II, by the way. We've been checking out LucasArts early games because we ran into too many RPGs on Hudson, so I have to start a RPG on that at some point. Known as Yager 5. And, yeah. What were you playing? What were you getting into? What were you doing tonight? What computer games were you playing? This isn't no Time Commando, but I'd rather be playing Time Commando right now. I'll tell you that much. So we got to get close to these guys. They'll show up on our little screen here. We're moving at 18 seconds per frame. They're on my crosshair, so I know I can get to them. So we're going to see if we can get closer to them. Oh shit, I'm getting shot at. In 4K. From what? Oh, there's an encampment over here. I saw it on my thing. Okay. But where is it? It's hidden me. It's fucking killing me. Okay, so somewhere over here. Completely off the screen. Controls are rancid. Holy shit. Yeah, I see it. It's just hidden. It's the problem. Okay, so apparently I killed it. My altitude's... Oh, that's what the left bar is. It's altitude. Gotcha. Down 10. Alright, we're gonna get low. I don't know how much long I'm going to be on it. It sounds like Davina keeps puking. It's kind of unexpected that she's kind of having that issue now. So we're going to keep going. Get low, get low. That's the song I thought about when I heard that. Alright. Land. We're in hover mode. System's off. Is the pilot in range? He is. So he's going to run over. He's going to knock on the door. We're going to open up the airlock. Wait for him to knock. That's a knock. He steps inside. We close the airlock, turn on our systems, and take off. And that's the game. It's very, very simple. It is just very slow and choppy. I cannot complain about this. I think this is an amazing Apple II game for what it is. Can I take off? Thank you. Toby Maguire emailed a friend and said, "Hi, this is Toby Maguire speaking to you. No, you may know me." Oh, no. Did he really? Yeah. You should have asked him, is this during his Venom era or what? We need to know. These things are important. Alright, land. Systems off. Pilots in range. Knock. Toby, do you know the way? Systems on. Take off. I'm down to clown with this. Will I play every single level of this? Probably not. Alright, there's going to be one more. It hasn't called for Mothership yet, so we know that there's still more to find. I'm Toby. I stopped train. You seen? Alaye. That means scoundrel in Urubu or whatever fucking language they speak. Alright, so we're still trying to find this last one. Not seeing any white blips. To be honest, this is fucking destroying my eyes right now. I wonder if the Commodore 64 version has better graphics. I bet it does. But still, for being Apple II, this isn't bad at all. Okay, so there's another dome over here. Start lobbing shit its way. Because it's trying to hit me. I can't let that happen. I got it! Hell yeah. This is Toby Maguire. Give me more money so I can yell at more pedestrians. My pedestrian running, or yelling budget is running very low. Nah, this isn't bad. I think I'd give it an A. This is very on par. You're not going to get like modern graphics on the Apple II. It's just not physically capable of doing it. But it's eons better than like anything else right now. How many frames per second? Probably like 2. 1 Mississippi. 4 or 5. 4 or 5 frames per second. Alright, there's something over here. Is this a friendly? It is. Look at that. We found him. Very cool. He's in a little valley. 1, 2. It's just very slow. This is technically 3D, yeah. To some capacity. Are we only saving 3 every single time? Airlock open. Airlock closed. Systems. And land. Oh, 0 pilots remaining. We did it. So it should say Mothership, right? Alright, boosters. Did we do it? Oh yeah. I wonder how many levels are in this. $20? 52! It's not 52 levels, stop. This is gonna sound really mean. This is the best Epix game I've ever played. Hands down. It's the best. California Games is trash. Stop. You know it's trash. Alright, we're already seeing a guy here, but I think he might be on the other side of the mountain. I don't see his little white dot. We are moving faster. Do we move faster as the game progresses? I don't see him. Supposedly... Okay, so I do see a little bit of an orange thing there, but there's no beacon. I wonder if level 4 they stopped giving us a beacon and we just kind of have to pay attention to where... Oh, shit. Alright, where's that coming from? Right there? You just wait until I stop.
Fuck limited run games.
Oh yeah, you're boned. Alright, there's 2 of them. Got him. Nailed him. Fort murdered Iceman, lies and slander. Alright, where's he at? Oh, there's another one there. You're boned. Have a nice day. There he is. It's got 4 pilots to rescue. What's up, Trenton?
Attention all units, attention all units, Central Dispatch, be advised, we have a 1075 in progress with multiple victims. Respond to raid alarm, all units respond. Code
Systems off, pilot in range. Airlock open. Systems on. Take off. And there we go. Now we continue searching or crash directly into a wall. One of the two. I see something over here, but I can't tell if it's a beacon or... Really hard to find people in this. I wonder what 3E means. Oh, there's one right there. He might be on the other side of the mountain. Oh, 3 enemy kills. See, this is why you're here. You know so much about this game. You're a Raid on Fractalus master. Rescue on Fractalus. Ship off scope. What does that mean? Oh, I doubt it. There, you have to do too many. You're talking about like 3 different controls on one button. They wouldn't do it. Is the ship still off scope? Damn. Okay. Just keep kind of chugging along. Atari disk means computer? What do you mean? There was an Atari 8-bit. There's a fan remake of this. This one? I bet it'd be fun to check out. Oh yeah, Atari disc would be the Atari 400, 600, or 800. Yeah, 8-bit computer. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to revenge this. It's a really cool game. It will get a great rating. It's too fucking slow for me. Like I said, solid game. I'm not going to talk shit about it. Because it's revenge, we're going to move on to the Eidolon. Maybe we'll check out some of the other ones on our revenge status. You're not dumb, dude. Up until last year, I didn't even know about the Atari 8-bit computers. Don't feel bad at all. That was Apple II. QRS. Rescue on Fractalus. I'm gonna guess this game costs $50. It is revenged. And that's to keep us from having to play all the other versions, because this is a game I'd be interested in. So far, it gets an A. This is a really cool concept. It's just really slow. $10, $67, $69, $12. What do you think, Krill? Rescue on Fractalus Apple II. $15? You're saying $15? Learning is not a bad thing. I love learning. Learning is important. Alright, so these are just Apple II games pirated to a shitty little thing. How much do you want for Rescue on Fractalus? It's not even on there, so don't even bother giving it to me. Alright, so that's going to be emulation by availability, which is a known thing that we've had to deal with. It is what it is. Alright. Alright, next game, the Eidolon. Starts off on the Commodore 64. First-person perspective game. What can go wrong? That's the remake? Well, we're not playing the remake because we got to follow the rules, right? Can I vote for Sky Roads? I have no idea what that is, and so that answer is going to be no. What's up, Saxton? How are you? Welcome to the channel. Alright, the Eidolon. Let's see what it's about. And if I have it. ROMs. Yes, he is. He's here to bless us today. Alright, the Eidolon. Do we have it? Okay, I do not have the Eidolon. Let's go to my abandonware, see if it's on there. The Eidolon. There it is. Commodore 64 version came out first. That's what we care about. Alright, let's check this out. He wants teenagers with attitude, though. That's the rule. They have to have attitude. Another Activision game here. LucasArts is doing a lot of shit for Activision, weren't they? Alright, what we got? High Guard? I'm not familiar with High Guard. I'm back to Pog in this goon-blessed stream. What the fuck? That reminds me of the Dagather. You got that? You know that Dagather? It's a mod for Skyrim, but it gives you that NPC that says random shit that follows you. He's like, Nerevar, I'm collecting foreskins for a potion you see. And he says something like, stopping at your goon cave, are we, Nerevar? Okay, this is the Eidolon. Can I play it? I'd love to play it.
You were a fool to confront me, and now have paid the ultimate price.
Oh, level 1, press F1, sure. Okay, buddy, we are in a cave. With 0 joystick support. What could possibly go wrong? And 0 up, down, left, right support. And the fuck is this? Everything's just sparkling. What do you want me to do? That's the pause button. Game focus on. Hello? QWERTUYOUP, SDF, hidden every button. I found a pause button, it's P, if anybody's curious. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Hitting every button we can. F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Brother, I don't know. Oh, I fired a fireball. We done something. Now I'm moving. Six one. What does that mean? I can't stop running into walls. I just want to walk down the tunnel, bro. It's not that deep. Is that a creature of the night? What is that? I'm now out of magic, and the bug man has killed me. Good! Great. What is this? What is any of this? Okay, so that yellow equals health. Cold or hot? Is it like, are we playing a game of hot and cold here? Oh, fuck me in the ass. There's a dragon there. Okay, this is awkward. I'm out of magic, sir. Do I just need to go give him hugs and kisses? What? What do you want me to do? And why is it making noises like I'm in a lawnmower the whole time? What is this? And why can't I pick up things unless I'm oddly specifically in the middle of it? What are you? You friendly? Is this a maze game? I can't kill anything, but I've got magic. What's the point?
You were a fool to confront me, and now have paid the ultimate price.
Did I kill him? Okay. I have picked something up. We have made progress. But what are all these little other orbs that I can't pick up? I just don't understand. Obviously, I have a magic meter, whatever. Dude, okay, if you're gonna give me hallways, let me actually walk down the fucking hallways. Okay, so what I think we need to do is we kill 3 things, and like we pick up these things they leave behind. Why are we flashing blue? Did I pick up PCP? I don't like this game. I like what they tried to do. I don't like this game. I'm just getting stuck on walls. Nothing makes sense. There's a dragon. This game's fucking stupid. It's stupid. My birthday is April 4th. It's coming around the corner. That's the Eidolon. It's stupid. It's dumb. Don't play it. Look at this stupid fuck. He's so stupid. It's a stupid game. Alright, the Eidolon is fucked off. Now this one, I can play, and it's fucking dumb. Choppy, sloppy, buffoonery. Alright, I'm gonna give that a, it's not gonna be an F, it's gonna be a D. And I'm gonna guess that this game costs $50. Feel free to guess if you want. Join in on this. D minus. Ooh, you're giving it a minus to the D? That's mean. Six, 7. Fuck that. This is free. Oh, you don't like it that much, huh? Alright, the Eidolon Apple II. They pay to take it from them. That's the way it should be, right? Alright, so it's $90 or $295. $453. That's PC 8801. So the price is going to be $89. I said how much? $50? Did anybody go above me? There you go, Oni. Oh no. You're just saying 6, 7. Did anybody go above me? I don't think anybody did. So I think I get the points. It's unless there's a loose version. So that's the manual, and that's it. Really expensive, $295. That's insane. That's up there. All right. I would buy it just to say I've owned it, but it's a rare occasion where I get points today. It was also on Apple II, which I don't expect to run any better, but we could still try. Let's see. Tint you, when will you understand? Okay, what was the name of this game? The Eidolon. So believe it or not, I own it. There we go. I expect this to be basically the same game, just with shittier colors, because Apple II is somewhat limited. But I'm curious. Because so far it looks exactly the same. Like exactly the same. But does it run better is the question. Press start. I'm pressing start like I've never pressed start before. Start. Hello? Okay. So the picking up of objects is faster, the walk cycle's faster. Okay. Got the red gem. So far, like, if I had to give this game a rating, it'd probably be a D+. Look, I can even see the tunnel for once, so I know that there's enemies over here. That's shocking. I couldn't afford that in the other one. Alright, is there an enemy here? Oh, there is a little gremlin here I missed. You gotta be perfectly lined up with him, don't you? Damn. Okay, so that was the gem I missed, and we get a little bit more magic every time we get the gem. I'm assuming we need all 3 gems to defeat the dragon? Damn, that's some noises, aren't it? Isn't it? Yeah, you gotta be perfectly lined up, or else the game will not let you do anything, which is kind of frustrating. Oh no, it's a different enemy. Please don't kill me. Okay, the frames for his attack are going over my ability to do anything. That's pissing me off. Is he dead? I didn't get the gem. Was I supposed to kill the child of the dragon? Okay. Alright, we have all 3. The sound effects are still shit. Don't you love the ambience of this cave? It's a great sound, isn't it? Alright, so I have all 3 of these. Hello? I'm not out of magic. Cannot walk around. Oh, I see! With all the gems, the dragon turns really small. Did y'all see that? Unless I died. Am I back on stage 1? Did I die? No, it's different. Okay. There's still some problems with this one.
You were a fool to confront me, and now have paid the ultimate price.
Why am I a fool? I beat level 1. But this is the same exact layout. Is that all it's going to do over and over again? It's just repeat the layout? I don't know if I like that. Feel like your brain's getting run over by a lawnmower? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm the fool because I'm playing this? You were a fool for playing this. I should do a voiceover. Are we gonna have another little dragon boy? Yes, we are. Alright, we killed him. I don't know if we're taking any damage. It's not like the game says anything. It just kind of exists here. Alright, we got all 3 gems. The health meter? I don't know. I'm thinking that's what the 61 is right there. I think we take 10 HP damage for every hit we take. Hello? Okay, apparently it wasn't. It's fucking stupid, man. Ridiculous. Alright, the Eidolon Apple II manual. Teach me. Alright, that's the proximity meter. It's hot and cold. Energy meter says how much stuff we have. There is literally no health meter. You just die when the game says you die. How do I change the fireball? You gotta tell me how to do these things. Okay, hold on. It says, approach jewels, centering them in the diamond-shaped cursor, then press the spacebar. I got those. I can change the color of the fireballs by doing 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's fine. Approach the dragon barrier. If you have the correct resolve, not the barrier will glow the color of the jewel you need. Okay. I don't like it because it's slow. That's what's killing me about it. I'll revenge that. I'll do a revenge on that. Since we actually know how to play it. I'm sure I gotta kill the dragon once he gets tiny. I think that's what the game wants us to do. Oops. Alright, the Eidolon, we're not gonna judge it. So that was Apple II. Wait. What was I playing it on before? Commodore 64. I think I put it on the wrong one. This should be Commodore 64. Oh man, stop. Okay, hey, thank you! Alright, we're gonna revenge this one. Preemptively, we're gonna give it a C-. And make that orange. This one is better than the Commodore 64 version in many ways. I do want to play it again sometime. Alright, I'm going to go use the bathroom, but before I leave, I did put a new video up on YouTube. I don't know if anybody's seen it. 10 longest beat in one sitting games. Alright, this is on the NES. These are just, it's an opinion-based video. I hope y'all enjoy it. I will be right back and we'll do the price stuff and everything that we usually do, okay? Don't go anywhere.
I've played tons of NES games, more than I am comfortable admitting, and I've played ones that were short and some that were long. In fact, I've covered both of these topics in previous episodes, but one particular suggestion kind of stuck. Out of all of these games that we know and love, what are the ones that would take the longest time to beat in one sitting? Now I know it's subjective, and in some cases this is 100% tied to your skill, but on a fundamental level I've come up with a list that I feel satisfies that request. Now I know this is going to be a hot ticket item, there's going to be some comments about how stupid I am, and that's okay. I'm probably going to get this wrong. After all, I'm just a boy. But I did try my best based on what I know, and I hope you enjoy this video. Let's begin. Contra is a rite of passage game. That's a term you're going to hear a lot when talking about retro consoles. Games that you simply have to play if you own the system. Now, a lot of the time, rite of passage games don't exactly have a reputation for being good, they're just historically important. But in the case of Contra on the NES, it's actually one of my favorite games to play, not only alone, but with friends as well. Now, it goes without saying, this game isn't incredibly hard, and it's not incredibly unfair either. For the most part, it's just solid run and gun action. but there are moments where Konami just fists your asshole full force. The factory level, whatever that place is supposed to be, has those streams of fire that feel ridiculously cheap the first time you encounter them. Plus, the vertical stages really suck if you're playing with 2 players. But you might be asking yourself, why is this on a list of the longest NES games to beat in one sitting? Surely some of those weird Koei turn-based strategy games should be here instead. And to that I say, without the code, Contra is a very different game. Most people grew up using the Extra Lives code, which turns Contra into a casual afternoon. But if you're playing it legit with the standard lives, suddenly the game becomes a long endurance run. You're memorizing enemy placements, mastering weapon management, and trying not to screw up in the later stages. And if your goal is to beat this with 2 players, add even more time to that clock. I adore Castlevania. Honestly, outside of Metal Gear Solid, this was the only IP I really knew from Konami growing up. And man, what a powerhouse franchise it turned out to be. I actually just beat Symphony of the Night the right way. Inverted castle, good ending, the whole deal. And that completely changed my opinion on Metroidvanias. But this is the original one, the first one, long before the heavy backtracking, grinding, and all the other series staples really took hold. In Castlevania, you're playing as Simon Belmont, walking to the right, whipping the absolute shit out of anything that moves. You've got sub-items to help you out, axes, holy waters, daggers, but they cost hearts, which you pick up along the way. And the enemies are straight out of gothic horror. Bats, Medusa heads, flaming skeletons, skeletons that throw their own bones at you, bone dragons? You name it, it's here. And I loved every single step of this game, even when it was being completely unfair, because that element of beyond unfair is exactly what's going to keep you glued to your chair for a really long time. The first few levels are actually pretty manageable. In hindsight, they're kind of tutorials, teaching you how enemies behave and setting you up for the nonsense that's waiting down the road. And that nonsense usually involves some beautiful combination of Medusa heads, pixel perfect jumps, knockback physics, and the most passive-aggressive stair climbing mechanics ever put in a video game. All of it comes together to create an experience that can be completely draining, but when you finally push through it and see the ending, after dealing with all that bullshit, the sense of accomplishment is actually pretty refreshing. Ninja Gaiden is the bane of my existence. To me, it's the absolute litmus test for everything that defined, and in some cases ruined, the NES era of gaming. Every trope that slowly descends you into madness as a player from the 80s exists in full force on this little gray cartridge of hate. Knockback physics that send you flying backwards into pits of doom, enemies that respawn infinitely the moment you move half a pixel the wrong direction, hitboxes that feel incredibly subjective at times, limited iframes, and of course, the classic NES juggling act where one enemy knocks you into another enemy who politely knocks you straight into a fucking bottomless pit. But that's Ninja Gaiden. And for some reason, people absolutely ate it up. Now, to be fair, as brutal as it is, there is something addictive about the way Ninja Gaiden is designed. As you push through the stages, you slowly start to understand how to deal with the bullshit. You learn where enemies spawn, you learn the jumps you're supposed to make. You start figuring out which sub-weapons or configurations are actually worth keeping and which ones are going to get you killed. And because the game gives you infinite continues, you keep coming back. Every run gets a little bit better. You get that muscle memory. You get that reaction timing. You start developing strategies for sections that once felt impossible. That's the one thing Ninja Gaiden genuinely does well. It teaches you through pain. But you have to remember, there's no save feature, there's no passwords, no modern conveniences whatsoever. So if you're serious about beating Ninja Gaiden in one sitting, that means leaving the NES powered on for hours and praying that nobody in your house decides to ruin your progress. One bump to the console, one curious sibling pressing the reset button, one parent walking by and saying, "What the fuck is this doing on?" And suddenly your entire run is gone. Blaster Master is one of those NES games that feels way bigger than it probably had any right to be. When you first start playing it, it almost seems simple. Drive the tank to the right, shoot some enemies, hop out when you need to. But after a little while, you realize this game is absolutely massive. The premise itself is already ridiculous in the best possible way. You have a pet frog who jumps into a radioactive hole, mutates into some giant monstrosity, and you, being the responsible pet owner that you are, hop into a tank and go chasing after it underground. But what makes Blaster Master such a long game to beat in one sitting is the structure. Unlike a lot of NES titles that just push you from left to right through levels, this game opens up into a huge interconnected map. You're driving around in Sophia, which is the name of your tank, exploring different areas, looking for upgrades that let you access new levels in the map. And that's only half the game, because whenever you find a dungeon entrance, you hop out of the tank and the game switches to a completely different perspective. Suddenly you're in these top-down rooms fighting enemies on foot and working your way towards a boss. And these sections can be brutal. Your weapon starts out weak, enemies hit hard, and if you lose too much health before the boss fight, you're probably not winning that encounter. The real time sink though ultimately is navigation. Blaster Master doesn't really give you a map, there's no marker telling you where to go next. You're just exploring, memorizing the layout of these massive areas, and hoping you remember where to go once you finally get the upgrade that you needed. Which means a lot of backtracking, a lot of trial and error, and a lot of time spent wandering around in that tank trying to figure out where the fuck you're supposed to go next. Oh, this is a great one. Said no one ever. Ghosts and Goblins is one of those games that people love to talk about like it's some kind of fucking badge of honor. Oh yeah, I beat Ghosts and Goblins. Sure you did. Did you beat it once, or did you beat it the way the game actually wants you to? Because if you've played this game, you already know this dirty little secret that every Ghosts and Goblins game has. Beating it once isn't good enough. But before we get to that nonsense, let's talk about the game itself. You play as Arthur, a knight who for some reason thought it was a good idea to go out fighting demons in his underwear after sexy times with his girlfriend. The moment the game starts, zombies crawl out of the ground, demons start flying across the screen, and within about 3 seconds, you're probably down to your boxers because you got hit by something you didn't even see coming. But that's just Ghosts and Goblins. Your weapons are slow, enemies spawn in from everywhere, and the platforming requires way more commitment than you'd expect. Once he jumps, that's it. There's no mid-air adjustment, no saving yourself if you misjudge the distance. If you jump wrong, you're gonna die. But the real reason this game takes forever to beat in one sitting is the infamous twist waiting at the end. You fight your way through all 6 stages, and I do mean fight because they're hard as fuck, and you finally defeat the final boss, and the game looks at you and says, "Great!
Now do it again, brother."
So not only do you have to survive one full playthrough of one of the most brutally unfair games on the NES, you have to do it twice, back to back, in one shitty, suffering gaming session from the pits of hell. This is a game that I actually really enjoy, but it's also one of those NES games that people either remember fondly or they remember throwing the controller across the room. There really isn't much middle ground here. Fester's Quest is based on the Addams Family. We know this. You play as Uncle Fester, who apparently decides it's his personal responsibility to save the town from an alien invasion. Why Fester is the guy for the job, I have no clue, but he's armed with a gun, a bunch of weird upgrades, and the determination to slowly wander through one of the most confusing overhead shooters on the NES. And I do mean slowly, because right from the start, Fester's Quest has this strange design choice where your weapon range is absolutely pathetic. Your bullets barely travel across the screen, which means you have to get uncomfortably close to enemies just to hit them. And the enemies, they're more than happy to swarm you from every comprehensible direction. Now, to the game's credit, and more so Sunsoft's credit, you can upgrade your weapon by collecting power-ups scattered around town. Eventually your shots get faster, stronger, and inevitably travel farther across the screen. The problem is, the moment you die, you can say goodbye to those upgrades. So you go back and you do it again. You're going back to shooting enemies with what feels like a damp paper towel launcher, and because this game has you exploring a whole town full of branching streets, buildings, and sewer entrances, losing your upgrades can turn the next 20 minutes of gameplay into a miserable crawl while you try to power yourself back up again. And it's very similar to Blaster Master in the sense of you'll go around, kill enemies, get your weapon upgrades, get your whip upgrades, but there's still a lot of exploration, a lot of trial and error, and a lot of moments where you're just trying to remember which path you've kind of already checked. If you add in the difficulty spikes, the constant threat of losing your upgrades, and the maze-like design of the town, suddenly beating Fester's Quest in one sitting becomes a shockingly long ordeal. Well, I'm sure many of you knew that this game was going to be on this list because to many it is considered the most difficult game on the NES, and for good reason. It's as friendly as a sandpaper hand job. It's about as fair as a drunk stepdad with a leather belt. It's as hard as Jared Fogle in Disney World. In fact, to reference an earlier episode of mine, if you put a picture of Jimmy Seville and a Battletoads cartridge on the table and asked me who fucked more kids in the 90s, I would gladly choose Battletoads. This game is a fucking problem. And what's crazy is that it didn't need to be. This game is 100% a lifestyle choice. Nobody consciously wakes up and says, "By Jiminy, you know what I want to do today? I want to play Battletoads all the way in one sitting, without using warps, the Toad Code, or save states. I want to endure the buffoonery of literally every non-platforming level. I have clinical depression." The Turbo Tunnel is an assault on the senses. It's speed, walls, spikes, and the pure terror of instant death all mashed together. One tiny slip and you're back to square one, questioning every life choice that led you to this moment. Don't forget the rat race, a marathon of moving platforms, enemies, and physics so cruel it could make Newton bust a nut reconsidering gravity. And Klinger Winger? That's where the game laughs at you as it shoves momentum, timing, and pure fucking RNG down your throat. Every non-platforming section, every hoverboard ride, every rocket ship, every absurd vehicle sequence is a carefully calibrated nightmare! No passwords, no save states, no mercy. This is NES cruelty distilled into its purest, most unforgiving, throat-burning form. This game doesn't punish you, no. It redefines what punishment feels like. Donkey Kong is a great game. It's a classic arcade-style platformer where you climb platforms, dodge barrels, and try to rescue Pauline from the big swinging dick ape himself. On the NES, which I do consider the most definitive home port, completing it in one sitting can be more time-consuming than most players expect. While the game features just 4 distinct level designs, you actually play through each design multiple times. In total, there are 24 levels that must be completed in sequence to effectively beat the game. Each stage introduces hazards like rolling barrels, bouncing fireballs, and precarious ladders that demand precise timing and careful reflexes. One small mistake, one jump where you land too far, can send you falling all the way back to the beginning of the stage. And this is an arcade game, so lives are limited. Losing all of them sends you all the way back to the beginning of the game. This means that even though the game might appear short on paper, completing all 24 levels in a single sitting requires sustained focus and consistency. And you might think that's not really a big deal. Well, to me it is. And I'm sure you can think of 150 other games that might beat it, but in this case, it's an arcade adaptation through and through, and it's incredibly long. But not as long as Rampage, oh buddy. Rampage on the NES is a unique twist on the classic arcade formula. You control giant monsters as they smash through cities, take out helicopters, eat people in bathtubs, and survive wave after wave of destruction of which you are causing. While the gameplay is straightforward, you just kind of climb buildings, destroy them, and avoid dying, completing the game in one sitting can take surprisingly long, especially because the NES version is structured around a large number of levels that progressively increase in difficulty. The game features over 40 stages, each representing a different city with its own layout, hazards, and enemy patterns, and while the level objectives are similar from stage to stage, the sheer number of levels means a full run requires both endurance and giving a shit. As you progress, enemy projectiles become more frequent, military attacks grow more aggressive, and the timing needed to avoid damage becomes incredibly precise. Rampage also lacks any save or password system, which means players must complete all 40 plus levels in a single sitting to finish the game. When I was creating this list, mentally I already had Pac-Man in mind. Pac-Man on the NES is one of the most iconic arcade-to-home adaptations, and completing it in a single sitting can take far longer than most players expect. The game features 256 levels, with each maze increasing in complexity, speed, and challenge. Early levels might feel somewhat manageable, but as you progress, the ghosts become faster, their movement patterns less predictable, and the margin for error It's tiny. Navigating each maze requires constant attention, quick reflexes, and precise timing, especially when attempting to clear every pellet without losing a single life. And it goes without saying, this is a game that won't have saves or passwords. It's an arcade game. This is 100% a test of endurance. You lose all your lives, you're starting all the way back at level 1. The infamous level 256 kill screen is perhaps the most dramatic illustration of Pac-Man's endurance challenge. A programming glitch corrupts half of the maze, rendering it impossible to complete and abruptly ending the game. Reaching this point requires clearing 255 prior stages in sequence. That's fucking insane. And that's it for today's episode. What did you think of this list? What games come to mind for you whenever you think of the longest beat in one sitting NES games? Feel free to let the community know down in the comment section below. Speaking of our community, if you made it to the end of this episode, you're already home with us. We're a gathering of video game enthusiasts that love to remember when life was just a little bit easier to live, and if you align with that, feel free to subscribe. Finally, the single most important thing you can do for me is to hit that thumbs up button, as it directly affects the visibility of the videos and the projects that I work on every single day. As always, from my family to your family, good energy, good vibes. Fortifire out. I've played tons of NES games, more than I am comfortable admitting, and I've played ones that were short and some that were long. In fact, I've covered both of these topics in previous episodes, but one particular suggestion kind of stuck. Out of all of these games that we know and love, what are the ones that would take the longest time to beat in one sitting? Now, I know it's subjective, and in some cases this is 100% tied to your skill, but on a fundamental level, I've come up with a list that I feel satisfies that request. Now, I know this is going to be a hot ticket item. There's going to be some comments about how stupid I am, and that's okay. I'm probably going to get this wrong. After all, I'm just a boy. But I did try my best based on what I know, and I hope you enjoy this video. Let's begin. Contra is a rite of passage game. That's a term you're going to hear a lot when talking about retro consoles, games that you simply have to play if you own the system. Now, a lot of the time, rite of passage games don't exactly have a reputation for being good, they're just historically important. But in the case of Contra on the NES, it's actually one of my favorite games to play, not only alone, but with friends as well. Now, it goes without saying, this game isn't incredibly hard, and it's not incredibly unfair either. For the most part, it's just solid run and gun action. But there are moments where Konami just fists your asshole full force. The factory level, whatever that place is supposed to be, has those streams of fire that feel ridiculously cheap the first time you encounter them. Plus, the vertical stages really suck if you're playing with 2 players. But you might be asking yourself, why is this on a list of the longest NES games to beat in one sitting? Surely some of those weird Koei turn-based strategy games should be here instead. And to that I say, without the code, Contra is a very different game. Most people grew up using the extra lives code, which turns Contra into a casual afternoon, but if you're playing it legit with the standard lives, suddenly the game becomes a long endurance run. You're memorizing enemy placements, mastering weapon management, and trying not to screw up in the later stages. And if your goal is to beat this with 2 players, add even more time to that clock. I adore Castlevania. Honestly, outside of Metal Gear. Alright, so the question is, do we want to continue with Labyrinth or mix it up a little bit? Because technically I fucked it off. What did I just play? What did I play it on? Apple II? I mean, Apple II really isn't that fun either. Labyrinth. Yeah, the sound? What sound?
I'm interested in this.
I'm pretty sure we have that sound effect already, don't we?
I'm interested in this.
Yeah, it's interested. I think you already created it. No, Nick created it.
I'm interested in this.
Yeah. Alright, Labyrinth, that's going to be a fuck off. No, he definitely did. I'm going to say that this costs $50. This game is slightly slightly better, but still incredibly confusing. Incredibly confusing. Okay, I've been on for 3 hours, and I have a new shift tomorrow, so we'll handle this on another night. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up tonight. Again, I'm gonna be working 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., so that leaves me the opportunity to get home, stream for 3 to 4 hours, and then go to bed, wake up, bring the kids to school, etc. So it is a better shift for me. It will just, it'll take a little bit of time to get used to. It shouldn't affect any of our streaming stuff, and we'll kind of just... Wait a minute. Labyrinth? Oh, Labyrinth is a different game. We haven't played Labyrinth yet. That was the Eidolon that we played. I'm stupid. See, this is why we gotta go to bed. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to come on over to Twitch. There's a lot more I could do for you, be it sound effects, stream loose cards, or channel point redeems. If you're on Twitch, feel free to check out my YouTube, like Old Man just put in there. I also have a Discord if you feel like you want to talk to me. I'm not much for the Discord grind, but it is what it is. If you want to guide the raid, feel free to do so at this time. Otherwise, we are going to find somebody playing... We're going to hang out with Ghoul Babe. Now that we can actually raid her again. There was something going on in her life that kept people... that she didn't want anyone raiding her. She's playing a point-and-click game. I'm pretty sure it's the Dagger of Amon-Ra or something. But I'm curious. So we're going to go over there and hang out with her. Ghoul Babe. Alright, as always, from my family to your family, good energy, good vibes, fortify out, keep the flames of hope burning, and the flames of retro gaming burning even stronger. We will be back tomorrow. It is Friday. We will be starting Yager 5. Alright? Probably fuck it off, but we're still going to check it out. Whenever that clears, we will play Deliver Us the Moon, because that's our override that we're handling right now. And depending on what else comes our way, we might be playing another RPG on for Hudson, or we might be starting Phantasy Star 2. I don't know. It really depends. But come on over on this raid. Ghoul Babe is awesome. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great Friday, okay? Take care.
I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Forte Fire, welcome in. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hey, hey.